Yes, people, Manscaped is back, but this time it's not for below the belt grooming. Manscaped brings to you the Beard Hedger, the best product on the market when it comes to beard trimmers. The Beard Hedger is unique due to its number of radiant settings. As someone who's purchased this, I won't turn to any other beard trimmer. Check it out for yourself at manscaped.com. And don't forget to use code FTM20 to get 20% off of this product.
Yes, people. How are we? Hope you are all well. Big up to all of you in the chat that are here nice and early. And big up for the raid, the Staffy raid. Big up to both of my guests tonight. I've got Tom and I've got Staffy in the house with me. We're talking all things transfers. We're going to touch on last night's game. We're going to touch on the fact that Staffy was there. We're going to touch on the fact that we have.
I didn't even take the wristband off yet.
Oh, wow. That's like when you go to one of those festivals and you're like,
I always forget to take them off. Bro.
Yeah.
And that's how I always got caught the next day. What were you doing last night? I was home. No, you weren't. Look at your wrist. Like, shit.
Man, love that, man. Listen, boys, it's an absolute pleasure to have both of you on. Staffy, how are you, my friend?
I'm good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired. I'm ready to sleep for a couple days. I did a lot of traveling for 5 days, but listen, the content has the content. I'm dedicated to the content. I'm dedicated to the people. I had to drop my vlog 5 a.m., sleep a little bit, do my live, and now I'm here on your channel. Love for having me as always. So big up to the people. Big up Tom. I haven't seen Tom in a while. In a little. See, I didn't even do that on purpose. But big up Tom and big up to comments. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and all that stuff. Oh, we got Don. Oh, we got a whole party out here. I missed all you guys.
We got a party, man. You know what I mean? Huh? Tom, you brought out the Barcelona top for Gooey. Gooey.
Is that how you say his name? Hey,
why would I know how to say his name?
Mark Gill, bro. Mark Gill. That's how you pronounce his name.
Gill? Where's the L? Where's the L, man?
That's how you pronounce it. Mark Gill.
I thought it was Mark Gui.
No. That's how it's written. But when you pronounce it, it's Mark Gill.
Oh, listen, fair
I
play,
won't need to pronounce it next year because he won't be playing.
Why so?
You've got Nicholas Jackson. He's gonna play. You can't just bench 35 million quid and then
Nicholas Jackson that had less big chances missed than your boy Darwin.
Well done, yeah.
Is this how Wilson Fisk has feeling?
Look at this.
Wilson Fisk has changed his life, That booty. Hey, it's time for the booties to take over, man. Them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Arteta needs to
let me remind you.
Trophy, Dan. You know what I'm saying?
Let me remind you, Don. This is just the intro. I know you started the debate already, but this is just the intro. You're too fired up for no reason.
Listen, we haven't even got to introducing everybody yet, and Don's coming with he's chose violence tonight. I can feel it already. Do you know what I'm saying? I can feel it. Tom, how are you, my bro? You good?
I'm good. I got to watch us win our second preseason game last night against a top Arsenal side, playing definitely their 100% full strength team. So I'm ready for the new season. Big ups to the honest lot.
Love, man, love that. Don, how are you, my bro? How's your day been? Good,
bro. Busy, man. Work. I'm hot right now. But yeah, I'm good, man. Good performance from the boys yesterday. We'll chop it up. Because me and you were going back and forth pots earlier. But yeah, big up the panel and big up the chat, man.
Come on, man. Always welcome you three. I love getting panels on that have chemistry and good lads as well, and that's what we got tonight, man. So let's chop it up. I'm gonna actually start with Staffy because you were there last night, bro. You messaged me. Do you know how cruel this is? Staffy actually messaged me a video of the Liverpool goal live. He's like, "What's this spot?" So I was like, "No way, he's not done this to me."
He messaged me saying 6 p.m. and my response was the Salah goal. I was like, I'm watching your boys get cooked.
He's like, I'm watching you boys get cooked here. And I'm like, oh, real talk. Oh, yeah, he actually is. And it's the Zinchenko moment, which will, let's be real. What were we expecting? Zinchenko v Salah is always going to end in tears, as it always does. But real talk, Staffy, what have you made of of your time over there, man? You got to see Liverpool on the slot. You got to see Arteta's new Arsenal. I say new Arsenal. There's not much new about it, but you know what I'm saying. And Man United as well over there. So talk to me, bro. How's it been?
Well, I technically got to see Arsenal 2 games in a row. People were saying maybe I'm an Arsenal fan after all. No, it just so happened that Arsenal played an hour away from me, whereas the San Diego game that I had so much interest in watching Betis was about 6 hours away. So I was not going to do that again. But I got to watch Arsenal a couple times. They looked way better against us than Liverpool. And that just shows you how bad we are, I guess. But yesterday's game was a lot better than the United game that I watched. because it was much closer. I got slot bowl might be real. I'm gonna be honest. I heard the coin shackle. I was like, oh, the slot machine might be real. Um, no, it was a good game to watch in terms of the first half at least. Second half, I'm not gonna lie to you. One thing about me when I go to games in person, I don't pay attention to who's coming on and off, and I can't really tell who everyone is. Only United players I can tell by their body language who it is. Like I'll see, I don't need to see the jersey. So I was watching the game and I don't really know who's on and who's not. But I got to see that the level, I'm not gonna lie, of Liverpool and Arsenal is much closer than people think it is. That's why I shouted Igal right away. Tom, you probably saw it in the chat. I added him right away, and I was like,
as well.
yeah, I was making fun of him. I was like, but, because bro, he keeps talking about Arsenal that they're this elite level that only City are on, and I'm not gonna lie, I think Liverpool yesterday showed that they're still there. Slot is doing a good job with this team. Yes, it's not the full team yet, neither is it the Arsenal team, but the football was good enough, and you can see elements of this both teams, and you can tell they should both have a season where they're both going to be a little bit serious about competing for trophies and competing for the title. I liked how direct South's game was. You can tell that Salah is still their best player easily. All this whole idea of Salah should have been sold. I even thought about it because I said that and I was like, what was I smoking that day? And I don't even smoke, so I was like, why was I thinking that? Everything was going to Salah. It's crazy how this team, wherever they picked up the ball, you always see Salah on the move right away, and you see them looking up for Salah right away. So he's their main factor. Arsenal, very good team. They're very good on the ball. Obviously, some of their best players have still not been there, so maybe they would have done better yesterday if you had a Rice, a Saliba, and all that stuff. Maybe not Zinchenko starting, but it was a good game to watch, and you could tell that both teams still need a little bit of signings and stuff. But it should be a good season for both teams. If you're an Arsenal fan, if you're a Liverpool fan, you should be a little bit excited for the season going in.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Tom, I know you watched the game. I watched the game. I don't think I learnt too much last night as far as Arsenal were concerned. I learnt a little bit more from Liverpool. I learned that Liverpool have actually got some good young players that I think they can come on. And if I'm honest with you, when you brought them on, I felt like they actually give their all to see out the result. I think the biggest compliment I can give is that I didn't recognise Liverpool without Klopp. I suppose that's the biggest compliment to Slot. I didn't look at him and go, crikey, this is unrecognisable to Jurgen Klopp. Salah's a baller. I think he's probably, if I'm honest, probably a mad statement, wild take. I think he's probably one of the most disrespected players in Premier League history, man. I honestly believe that. I don't understand why people don't put him in the same brackets as the greats. If I was doing like a combined Premier League 11, I think he's probably getting into it now. Like, real talk, the guy is just ridiculous, man. Like, and you just see it. You just know it's a goal. Whether it's Zinchenko or not, we'll come on to that, I'm sure. But I just think he's quality, man.
People
like,
get off their
Zinchenko
seats every time he gets the ball, Potts. I'll tell you that. Every time he gets the ball, people get off their seats. Man.
He is the best player. You're right, Staffy, right? So that's what I saw from Liverpool. With Arsenal, you were ruthless up top. We weren't.
I wouldn't say we were ruthless. There.
Well, you were, because you won the game. You got the roof. I mean, Jota at the post. That was the only thing I could say that weren't. But I didn't see you missing loads of chances, in my opinion. Really, obviously Salah ruthless. I thought the second goal was class from Elliott and what's his name, Carvalho. I thought that was absolutely bopped us. So I thought fair play. Arsenal weren't really ruthless in front of goal, really, but we knew this. That's why we need a striker, in my opinion. Still, Zinchenko can't defend. We knew this. Fabio Vieira isn't good enough to come on and replace Saka. We knew this. So there's nothing really that I looked at and thought, I've learned that from Arsenal. I felt that we missed the players that were missing 100%. I thought that was quite obvious. And Liverpool, to be fair, the whole back line that is unrecognisable. And, you had no goalkeeper, no back four. So I think Liverpool could be fairly appreciative of that. And I think people are sleeping on Liverpool a bit, Tom. So I wanted to ask you, bro, what's your thoughts in pre-season and what you've seen of Arne Slot so far?
I'm very happy with it. I think that, like you said, we are still missing a lot of players. I know everyone's missing players, but we are without our entire first choice back five. Two of our most used front three last season, and our best midfielder from last season. Like, we're still missing a load of players who are going to be key pieces to this team. We're putting square pegs in round holes, but because the system is seemingly a lot more secure than what it used to be, we're able to make it work. I mean, Dominic Szoboszlai was playing number 6 yesterday, and he done a real good job of it, because there was security in the system. The counter attacks are now direct again. The defensive structure isn't putting us in constant 2v2s, 3v2s, 3v3s. We actually held a real solid defensive structure yesterday. Bar cost us Simicast, but that's just to be expected with that man. Everyone else done a real good job of holding it. The passing slick. It's a change from what we used to with Klopp, but it's a nice change. It's not a million miles away from what the key principles are still kind of there. And we're starting to see some of these players who are on the fringes and some squad players really start to, put their stake and in the ground and show that they want to start for this season. I mean, Harvey Elliott yesterday was brilliant. 2 assists. The pass for the second.
He's so underrated. He is so underrated, by the way.
The pass for the second goal was a joke, by the way. I mean,
Yeah,
Zinchenko dropping deep helped us out there. I mean, Zinchenko, man.
Terrible, man. Defensively, he's a shambles, bro. I've said this for ages now. I don't understand what people see in this guy, man. Honestly, on the ball, great. Leave him up top then. Don't stop. Put him in an 8 or something. Don't play him as a left back, man. He's absolutely shocking. At Anfield, he was the same against Salah, and then what happens? Boom, Salah does him again. What were we expecting? Like, it's no shock.
He had to come off. He had to come off at half-time at the Bridge Pots because Sterling was just doing him, bro.
He's so bad, man.
Honestly, Zinchenko against Salah, it's like he's like he's just accepted that he's this bitch and he won't do anything to try and stop him. He just, you want to come inside, Mo? Go on. There's the left. You want to run past me? I can't stop you. Like it was so easy. I thought Curtis Jones had a good get. I thought Quansah was brilliant again. Quansah deserves a lot more respect than what he gets. He's up there as one of the best young centre backs in the world. I genuinely do believe it. I don't think there's an attribute that he doesn't have. Van den Berg's impressed me this pre-season. He's made himself a real option to have in the squad. And we're starting to figure out exactly what players aren't going to make the cut. Like, I love Wataru Endo for the year he gave me. That man will not survive this season if he's going to play 6. That man cannot pass the ball. He's good for getting stuck in there. He's good for getting the yellow in pre-season friendlies and all that. He puts a smile on my face with his little gum shield, but I can't have him starting in the 6. So I think
he wasn't a bad signing, to be fair, though, Tom, was he? Like, a lot of people were like laughing because of the Lavia.
For the old setup, he was ideal because the old setup wasn't really having him on the ball. The issue is now Slot really wants these midfielders to pick the ball up 10 and then start the attack there. In the old setup, it was give the ball to Trent or give the ball to Van Dijk, hit it long, win the second balls. So we kind of bypassed the 6 up overall. Now we need the 6 in build up, and it's a bit of a struggle. But I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. And like you said, the youngsters that are coming on, Trey Ione, Amara Narlo, Tyler Morton, Stefan Bajcetic, all these kids are showing
who was the first one you said? Because he impressed me. What was his name?
Trey Ione.
Ione, that was it. Ione. I could not say his name. Yeah.
That's PRB reincarnated, bruv, right there.
He's brilliant. He had a blinder against Betis when we played them on Friday
I didn't know how to say his name, so I didn't want to butcher it.
Tom, you mentioned something earlier. Obviously, like, I haven't actually caught any of Liverpool's games as of yet, and I don't know much about Arne Slot. I'll be real, right? But from what I've read and stuff, he plays a 4-2-3-1. He likes a pivot. He likes a 10 as well. What's the main difference that you're seeing right now between him and Klopp? Because you mentioned that they're similar, but it's a different dynamic. What's the main difference you've noticed?
We want the ball. We want to build up with the ball from the back. The centre backs are putting the foot on it and looking to play forwards. The DMs are being told they have to receive the ball. They're going to be some of the chief ball carriers in this team. They're going to receive and they're going to play under Klopp. And the biggest one I noticed yesterday was even when Keller had the ball, he nearly got caught out a couple of times with it. But Keller has now been told to avoid going long where possible. Try and play it short, even if you put under a bit of pressure. Try and keep it short because that's how we want to build up. That's the big difference because under Klopp, it was a case of we'll try and do it a little bit, but if it doesn't work, boot it long. We'll win second ball. Yeah. We'll and the pressing structured a lot differently. We had a real structured press yesterday. Under Klopp, it was very much a momentum-based press and a motion-based press where sometimes you just watch everyone sprint at once. Yesterday, it was very much each player had a specific man that they will press at a specific time, and it did end up getting some, good results for us in terms of winning that ball back up high and creating some good chances for us. So there's a lot to be positive about. I think people massively overreacted when they said that Liverpool were going to fall off a cliff because Jurgen Klopp's gone. Is there gonna be a transition? Yes, but A, we still have a lot of world class players at the football club, and B, we've not went and got a crap manager. We've went and got a manager who's very highly thought of in the world of football with a lot of the key attributes that are similar to Jurgen Klopp. So we've nailed the succession plan in my eyes so far. It's now just about we've got United on the 5th, then we get back to England. I'm hoping that we'll have at least one signing in before the first game of the season.
I was just gonna flag that. I was just gonna flag that, Tom, because the main thing for me with Liverpool, right? I can't disrespect Liverpool, right? And I haven't predicted where you're gonna finish at the minute, right? But I just look at your squad, and at the minute, it sounds like FSG wanna develop the youth. You know, they're waiting for Slot to see the team and that. I'll be real. I think they're just trying to save face, really and truly, because you should be in for a DM, in my opinion. You might have a different opinion to me, but you should be in for a different DM with for Endo. Marseille didn't even offer 15 million for this guy. Last season you did a better DM than him. So I'm a bit confused as to why you're not really looking at anyone. So how confident are you looking at this squad as it is, bro? Because I feel like it still needs a lot of work.
The DM is the one position that I've said all summer needs to be addressed, and I do believe it will be. Now, my issue with that will come if the player that we buy could have been bought a month ago and we just decided to hold off on it. That would be the annoyance, but I'm not stressed that we haven't bought anyone yet. Ultimately, our first 2 games of the season are winnable with the squad that we've got.
Who have you not got?
We've got Ipswich and then like Wolves.
Ipswich, is that away?
Ipswich away. I don't care. This Ipswich away. This is Liverpool.
Oh, that's first game, you know, back in the Premier, you know. Hey, Omari Hutchinson, he's got something for me, man. You know what I'm saying? They've got obviously they've got Liam Delap now as well. Bro, they've got some good players, you know.
Lad, half of their team played in League One a year ago. We should be beating Ipswich away first game of the season. That's why
I'm just saying, don't take them lightly. Don't take them lightly, bro. It's the first game of the season.
I'm not taking them lightly. I'm looking at our squad, but we came third last year. We're supposed to have a squad that's, you know, on the cusp of challenging for the Premier League. But we should be able to dispatch a recently promoted side away from home. It shouldn't be this tough task. I mean, our first big game is United away. Is it away? I think it's United away. That's the third game of the season. That's after the transfer window shut. So at that point, the business will have been done already. That's when I'll assess. But even if the focus this window is on trying to bring through some of the younger players to be part of the squad, they've all impressed in pre-season, so I don't see why not. I mean, it worked for us last season very well. Conor Bradley made himself known as one of the best young right-back prospects.
Thanks to Poch.
I mean, it wasn't just Poch, but hey-ho. Quansah came through and really showed that he could be relied on. We saw a lot of the youngsters now start to break. I mean, Bobby Clark, he's been really unlucky to miss this preseason with an injury. But a lot of these youngsters that you know broke through last year, they're now going to go out on loan this year, hopefully, get some experience. They come back next year. We do it all again, but we have some more additions to the squad. This is the way I like Liverpool to be run. I like seeing that there's a clear pathway from the academy to the first team, because there is no better feeling in football than watching a youth academy prospect come through and thrive in your team. There really isn't, because they're one of your own in that sense. So I'm happy that we've got this clear pathway. I'm not against signings. I mean, I hope that something can be sourced out with Anthony Gordon at some point in the window and we can move Diaz on, because I think that would be a move that really, you know, improves the attack. I hope that we do get this DM through the door. And, you know, it by all intents and purposes...
You only expect 1 or 2 then, Tom, yeah? You just expect a winger and a centre
I actually only expect the DM. I'll be honest. Wow. I only expect the DM because...
Is that enough? Is that enough, though?
I don't know if it's enough, Potts, man. I'll be real. No. Listen.
It depends on the expectation.
It's all well and good having these young players in that, Tom, but when it was Chelsea, you were banging on about how much experience in that we need.
Because we still have experience.
We've got experience too, bro.
Like
what do you mean?
Why is this always centered around Chelsea? You know how many Chelsea fans still need this?
Energy is different.
Every time someone signs a youngster, they're like, "But you guys mock the sport."
Let me tell you why. Because his energy is different when it comes to his young players in comparison to mine. And there's still a myth that Chelsea haven't got experienced players. We've got a bunch of experienced players in the team, bro.
Like who?
Bro,
not as much as them.
Okay, hold on, Staffy. Sterling. Yeah, I'll give you Sterling.
Sterling is experienced. Cucurella is experienced. Reece James is experienced. Tostin is experienced. Dewsbury Hall is experienced. Fucking Ben Chilwell's still there. He's got experience.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Right,
What
so
experience
you're giving me that level of experience, a Fulham centre back and a Leicester City centre mid, and I'm putting on the table.
But the facts are they're experienced players, bro. They're not.
No,
I'm
you only
putting
say
on the
because of
table.
age, bro.
I'm
That's not
putting on the
experience.
table.
What
Champions
do you mean
League winner
because of
Virgil
age?
van
Because
Dijk.
of how many
Champions
games
League winner
they've played, bro.
Alisson.
What are you talking about?
Champions League winner Andy Robertson. Champions League winner Trent Alexander-Arnold. Champions League winner Mohamed Salah. You
You're
might
talking
have
about winners.
experience. You might have experience, but the level and the quality of experience between the
No,
two
but
sides.
Tom, you're moving the
very
goalpost.
different.
You're moving the goalpost, Tom, because
I'm not
I
moving the
deliberately
goalpost.
you're moving the
That's
goalpost.
irrelevant.
You're moving the goalpost, bro. You're talking about winners. Winners is completely different to experience, right? And I specifically, because Dan asked you, is that good enough? Because you're now when your main players get injured, you're gonna have to go depend on the younger players, right? Who haven't got that much experience, right?
Mhm.
You've just gone and said that a lot of these guys need to go on loan to go and get that experience, right? I understand Liverpool have winners and you've got experienced players in your team. Winners and experience is two different things, right? All I'm saying is when these experienced players aren't fit or they're not available and that, and you're looking at the likes of Cavalli or you're looking at the likes of the 17-year-old that you mentioned and that, how confident are you that these guys are going to be able to still maintain that level? Because like you said, they still need experience, bro. That's
Fine.
that's the question I've got for you.
I'm calm with it because it shouldn't get to a situation where I've got to field a team of 17 to 21-year-olds in the Premier League. If it's in the Carabao Cup, I couldn't give a flying fuck. But even if we're going for a second string side for Liverpool, I've still got Diaz that I'm putting in there. I've still got Nunes that I'm putting in there. I've still got Endo that I'm putting in there. Curtis Jones that I'm putting in there. Joe Gomez that I'm putting in there. Kostas Tsimikas that I'm putting in there. Kelleher that I'm putting in there. We're not short on experience, even if you take away the entirety of the first team. Like I think people are downplaying the depth that we've got. There is a clear hole in the side, which is a DM, and the rest of the transfers this window would effectively come through moving someone on. So if Diaz goes, then you go for a winger. If Tsimikas goes, then you go for a left back. If Gomez goes, you go for a centre back type thing. That's where it'll be. We don't need because we are not going. My expectation for next season is not to run City and Arsenal right to the end. I want to consolidate exactly what we done last year. If I had Jurgen Klopp in charge, it'd be different. But this is a new manager coming in. He needs a bit of time as well. So I just want to consolidate with what we done last year
and a trophy. You want
get a comfortable top four. Give me a real good showing in the Champions League and add a trophy alongside it. And then the year after that, that's where you kick on. That's where you go forwards again. But in terms of the squad we've got, I'm fine with it as it stands, as long as we add that DM in there.
See, I'm with you. I think the squad is good enough. I personally have always said, even though Arne Slot's coming in, I don't think that Liverpool should be like, well, top 6, top 4, we'll be happy. I think you need to be going as best you can with a title race. Now, I know that people might think you might not win the title, and you probably won't. I don't have you down as winning the title, right? But I think you should try and go for it because you've still got players in there that are elite level. You've still got world-class players, in my opinion, in like 4 or 5 positions. So I think if you add to that a DM, and with Don, I don't think just the CDM is enough. I think maybe if you added a left back, because if Robbo gets injured, you're screwed. That Tsimikas ain't good enough for me. So I think you need a left back, maybe an 8 Nori or maybe Anthony Robinson, somebody like that. I think a centre back would be needed because Van Dijk can't play 40 games now, in my opinion.
I'm all right with the centre back that people keep mentioning that. I'm actually quite calm with it because as long as Van Dijk doesn't get long-term injured, touch wood. If he's got to miss a game, I can trust Quansah and Konate to hold the fort down for a game or two.
Okay, fair play.
And then if it gets down to it, I can trust Joe Gomez to come in there for a game or two. Like the centre back depth is probably like the least of the pressing matters. And like I said, a lot of it is going to come down to these sales, and we can't justify adding another left back if we're not going to move one on.
That's
we can't
fair.
justify adding another left winger when we can't move one on. And the issue the issue that Tsimikas provides is no one wants a crap left back. There's no selling point to Kostas Tsimikas. I can't move him on.
He's so bad,
I am kind of stuck with him.
I actually couldn't believe how bad he was when I watched him yesterday.
I mean, go watch the Arsenal.
In real life shows you so much that you don't see on TV. That guy was crap, bro. He's horrible.
Yeah, he's terrible. He's terrible, man.
And when people try and push for Kostas Tsimikas to start,
he's Olympiacos, Robertson.
You go for Olympiacos?
Lad, he was on loan at like FC Twente when he was like 23. Like that should have been a red flag enough. Like
he's not good enough, man. He's not good enough.
And you know what a left back coming through like Bradley. like Bradley.
Yeah,
Numbers.
yeah, we got a young Welsh that he played yesterday. Owen Beck. Actually, he was better than Simicast, though. That wasn't hard. He had a good loan last year in Scotland, but I think it I don't know with him in the sense of I don't know if he's going to be given the chance this year. Bradley was effectively thrown in the deep end last year because Trent got injured and Joe Gomez was already occupied playing left back that someone needed to be there. With Owen Beck, I don't think that there'll be an injury crisis to that level, and B, I don't think that his loan to Dundee carries the same weight as Bradley's did to I think he went on loan to the top of League One with
Wasn't
Bolton.
he at Preston? Was he at Preston?
No, he was at Bolton, but he was competing like the upper end of League One.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I think Liverpool will actually be okay. I don't believe they will slip up and see them. I don't expect to see Liverpool fighting for Champions League football or top 6 or whatever. I really don't. But I could be wrong. Who knows? I have to see what happens, man. Just quickly on Arsenal, Don, I'll come to you quick. Obviously, you linked with Mikel Merino, links with another winger / striker. Do you think with Calamari, I keep calling him Calamari because of Deji, Calafiori.
Deji called him Calamari.
Calamari, he calls him. Yeah, he's a nutter, man. Calafiori. Big up Deji. Calafiori, Merino, and then 2 more is where I'm thinking maybe a kind of wide player and a striker. Do you think that'd be enough for Arsenal, bro?
Yeah, I think, yeah, definitely. I think, you definitely need to get a backup option for Saka. That's something which has been neglected for way too long, man. Listen, again, I keep using the example of Jack Wilshere. It's weird to me how you've literally seen something happen with a top player, Jack Wilshere. He could have been world class, right?
Yeah.
Overplayed. Before you know it, he retires at what, 31, 30?
Yeah,
something like that. So listen, you don't want the same thing happening to Saka. I know Saka's African. I know he eats a lot of African food and whatnot. Yeah, but end of the day, he's a human. You know what I'm saying? I know he's strong, but he needs rest, bro. There's certain games where he doesn't even need to start. If you play the likes of Ipswich, like Tom said, or if you play the lesser sides, then you bring him off the bench, or you bring him off after 60, 70 minutes when you've got the game wrapped up. So you definitely need an attacker to play to play on that side for a bit. Up top, ideally, you need a striker as well, I would say. You definitely need someone who can finish a lot of the chances that you guys create. Because Havertz, look, he did well last season, to be fair, but you can still upgrade in that position, Potts, And then in centre mid, bro, where does Merino play? Is he 8?
Yeah, he's an 8,
Yeah,
man.
he's an 8.
I liked him in the Euros. That was the only time when I really, really saw him. I think he'll add a little bit of stability. How old is he?
He's 28 years old.
He's 28. Okay, so he's got experience as well. So he's got like an experienced head on him as well. I think that'll be a decent signing. But yeah, I think the next 2 big ones you need, man, I think the big one you need actually is a winger. And then obviously bring in a striker. But yeah, you definitely need someone in for Saka for sure, man.
Yeah, there's links with Pedro Neto, links with Eze, links with Leroy Sane, believe it or not. And then the striker option, there's literally one, and it's Victor Gyökeres. That is the only one we're linked with. We're not linked with Tony. We're not linked with Watkins. We're not linked with Isak. We're not linked with any of those guys, man. So I don't know what your thoughts
to Gyökeres. How strong are they? Like, how reliable?
I don't know really, bro. If I'm honest, not very. He's
gonna be peas though, Potts.
Yeah, 100 million euros, 84 million pounds. Release clause.
I mean, you're bringing in the money for Eddie and Smith-Rowe, so
yeah,
that's straight profit as well. So potentially,
I don't think
you try to trigger the release clause because that's straight on the books for FFP, which means you're gonna have to pay over to try and get him in. So you're looking at 100 million plus. You're right.
See, for me, right, I'll come to you with this stuff. You're right. I said on my show the other day, if we bought Eze and Gyökeres, or Eze and Tony, to be fair, because I still like Tony. A lot of people sleeping on Tony, but I actually think he's a great striker. I kind of feel like we can cover enough positions then because Eze can go cover for Saka. Eze can actually cover for Ødegaard. And then you've got your striker in Tony or Gyökeres that can upgrade on Havertz and Jesus, and I'm more clinical than both of them. So I actually feel like after Merino and Calafiori, we might actually be okay just with those 2 signings. But I don't know where you're at, bro.
I do think you guys need signing up front somewhere. I said earlier that I didn't think you need a striker, but if you're not gonna get a winger that play both sides, I feel like you gotta strengthen somewhere. And I've seen Jesus in preseason play very well on the wings. I don't look at him as a 9 anymore, if I'm being honest.
No.
So when I'm looking at your options, yeah, he can play at the 9, but let's just be honest, it's probably not his best position. So if he's going to fill in as that winger that I think you guys should have signed, since he's going to stay anyways, then might as well go and get Gyökeres. Because I was listening to someone the other day. I forgot who I was listening to. They were saying that basically Arsenal, they think they're a very well-rounded team, pretty balanced, and I agree with it. But they said when the going gets tough, they don't have a striker to bail them out on a bad day. And I do agree with that, because you're not going to play your best football every game. And sometimes you're going to need someone who, on a bad, shitty day could still get you a 3 points. And I think that's what Arsenal might as well just go and strengthen, since, as I said, since you're going to be playing Jesus on the wings more. I do think you just need one more signing, because why not? You need to strengthen. You will have injuries. You will have players playing out of form. Martinelli looked decent in preseason so far, but he was bad last season. So I don't know if you can depend on him to be on his game the whole time. Saka, listen, Dunn made a very good point. He's not invincible. At some point, he will pick up an injury again. He will be exhausted. He's played a lot of football for someone his age, anyways. So this is the time where you start relying on someone to play across
at 21. When he reached 21,
maybe before that.
Crazy.
Maybe before that, yeah. So he's been playing for a hot minute. So listen, the Merino signing, if you guys get that done over the line, that's a good signing. I thought you guys needed a Zubamendi more, but if Zubamendi does not want to leave and that's your best option to get since then I can't say anything about it. If Zubamendi doesn't want to leave, he doesn't want to leave. You still have to figure out how to play with Merino, though. And that's the one thing that might worry me if I'm an Arsenal fan, because one thing about Arsenal fans, and that's not you, obviously, Potter, you're a little bit more level-headed, they just think every signing is an improvement. And that's not really, unfortunately, how football works. Because if it was, then no team would have ever regressed. Because think of it, we all make signings every year, so we'll all improve, right? No, it doesn't work like that. I see how Merino fits in with this team, and I see more of a double pivot shape with Rice. And I just don't know how that works with Arsenal, because that's what a lot of people tell me. Rice could just be the 6, could be the double pivot. I don't think Rice is a lone 6, and I don't think he's a double pivot. Sorry, he could do a double pivot, but I don't know how Arsenal will play in a double pivot, especially that you're a team that relies heavily on inverting fullbacks. Traditionally, when teams invert someone in the midfield, it means they play with a lone 6, because you wouldn't need to invert another 6 when you already have someone there. So I'd be interested to see how that's going to work out. I think with the way everything is shaping out, Arsenal might be playing a little bit different than last year with these signings. And that's why I'm going to reserve my judgment a little bit on how good are Arsenal going to be, because I'm about to see something new. I don't think a lot of Arsenal fans are aware that with the signings that you're making, it does require a little bit of a structural difference. They think you're just going to slot in players where the other unit used to play, and that's it. Because I heard people saying, oh, well, Merino is basically the new Xhaka. But I thought Rice was the new Xhaka last year.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you.
Exactly, that's what they told me.
Do you think they're gonna play Merino in the left half space, play Rice in the 6 again, and then get Calafiori to invert with Rice?
Because I think they're gonna play a double pivot.
Yeah, because we can't rely on Partey's fitness. I think a lot of people are thinking it will be Partey, Rice, and Ødegaard, and then Merino will be that guy that comes in should we need to rotate. I actually think Mikel Arteta is looking more as Rice as the 6, Merino and the 8, and then Ødegaard as a 10. Or like Staffy has said, there could be potential for double pivot. And I think he wants that options. Partey, I love him. He's brilliant. When he's fit, he's one of the best players at Arsenal. But let's be real, he ain't going to be. For the last 3 years, he's been injured for most of the season, right? Each time. So I think that's where the worry comes in. And for me, Jorginho, you know what he's like, Don. He'll come in and do the job. But I honestly believe he'll be one that just appears sort of 15 games this season. If that, I don't think we'll be using him a lot. But I think Merino could be a good signing for that. I don't know a lot about him. I understand what Staffy says about Zubamendi, but Zubamendi is literally just a 6. Like he is, from what I can see and watch. And to add to him to Jorginho, Rice, and Partey would be like you've got 4 6s and not many 8s. So
Zubamendi's the kind of guy we need.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. Yeah,
if you play a pivot, Potts, that changes the shape of your team. Then that means Odegaard will be a 10 by himself.
10.
Exactly, Don. Yeah, and that's what people don't realize. Odegaard doesn't do that. He is a 10, but he doesn't play. He plays the De Bruyne role, where he's a little bit more of a right 8. Because De Bruyne, people think he's a 10 too, but when you look at him historically with City, he always plays on the right hand side a little bit more. And that changes the whole structure of your midfield. And as I said, you don't invert fullbacks when you have a double pivot.
Yeah.
What happens is someone has to push forward. United last season, an example, and they're not the best example because we didn't even do it well. we'd have Dalot inverting in the midfield, but like as an example, we'd have Eriksen in the midfield, and he would invert ahead of Eriksen. So Eriksen is the midfielder, but we have our fullback inverting as an 8 rather than a double pivot. So it's like there's ways to do that, but it's just not clear cut, is what I'm trying to say. We
Yeah.
will see a different style of Arsenal this season. It will be very similar. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they'll give up those style of play. That's not what's going to happen. But you'll see a lot of structural difference now that you have a center back playing in left back who carries the ball well, and you're about to sign someone who plays in the midfield who's more of an 8 than a 6. And Rice is not a lone 6, as I said a million times. Something has to give. So we will see a lot of change, a lot of things change in this
I think as well, like
season. It's a good headache to have, if I'm being honest.
the Jorginho and Declan Rice played in a double pivot at the Emirates against Manchester City and Liverpool, and we won both games, and he actually looked pretty good. We did look pretty good. But that was Jorginho and Declan Rice, so we'll see what happens moving forward. I do want to move because I'm conscious of time, and I've got something for Don and for Tom. But just very quickly, Staffy, Manchester United. Is there any kind of rumours? Because I see Adrian Rabiot, I see rumours of other centre halves potentially at Manchester United, but it has gone a little bit quieter in the last couple of days, bro. So what are you hearing?
We have to move quick now for a center back, unfortunately, because now we know Euro is about to be out for about 2 to 3 months. And that kind of makes our position a little bit weaker in terms of negotiations. I was happy with us negotiating early in the summer because we got stuff done quick. And I felt like we weren't held to ransom by the likes of Everton and Bayern because they already saw that we were making signings. But once you smell blood, you're like, okay, now I could take advantage of them. If I know you're starving, I could charge you whatever I want for the sandwich. Now they can tell that we're starving for a center back. Now they can charge us whatever we want for De Ligt. And that's the thing that worries me. But our season technically starts in a week because we got the Community Shield versus Chelsea. Don wishes he was in it. Man City, I meant to say. I know it's a glorified friendly, but listen, it's a Manchester derby, so both teams will want to win it. And then a week after, we kick off against Fulham. So we need to get some signings done quickly. I was just doing a live right before this. The Joao Neves one is done with the PSG pretty much. So I expect something for Ugarte coming soon. Rabiot, we'll see. I think Rabiot really wants to come to United. There's rumors that he rejected Liverpool already.
I'm so sorry for you about that, by the way. I'm so sorry.
Rabiot, I love Rabiot. You don't like Rabiot?
No.
Rabiot's a good player.
He's a good player, but his attitude
you're
is
trying to address
got a
your
mad
toxic
attitude.
culture at Manchester United, and you're bringing in the most toxic fucker from that French team, whose mum sits there and fights with other families in the stands.
Yeah, but he's a good player.
I get very likable.
I get the off-pitch things, especially his mom. Listen, his mom thinks she's one of the Kardashians, so that would be one of the worries. But in terms of on the pitch,
I just love the story where she sat there next to Pogba's mum and goes, "Your son's shit." just comes out with that.
I hated her the minute she thought he was worth 250K last year, or actually 300K last year. I was like, "You're crazy, woman." But he's a good player, and he would give us a lot of things that we don't have in the midfield. He's pretty good on the ball. He's tall and he's left-footed, and we haven't had a left-footed midfielder since Fred. And let's be honest, Fred's left foot was as good as his right foot anyway, so that didn't really mean much. So he would give us a type of balance in the midfield that we don't have. So we'll see. Mazraoui should be one of them because I cannot watch Aaron Wan-Bissaka football again. If I watch that shit again, I'm just gonna bleach my eyes because this guy's horrible. He's even worse in real life than on TV. TV masks too much. This guy's so shit. So I expect a lot of business for us to be done in the next couple weeks. Mazraoui and De Ligt, at least, I expect them to be in before the Fulham game. Because if we don't, I still think we'll be unprepared for the season, even with those two signings, obviously because of the injuries. But we still need them because if we don't get them done, I'm going into the Fulham game with a partnership of potentially Maguire, Evans, or Lindelof, one of those two. And I pray it's not Lindelof. I'd rather watch Johnny Evans anytime, any day of the week. And I'm going to have a fullback of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and I don't know who else is because Shaw's not back yet. Dallow's not back yet. And we didn't sign Mazza. So I might be watching Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Amas. Oh my God, bro. I don't want to talk about United, bro. Let's just move on. It's not good.
I need Scott to get that move to Fulham and dunk on your ass, yeah? Dunk on their ass, okay?
He can score
I
one.
need that that's going to hit like a crack, bro. Crack. And I need him to celebrate as well. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you worried about us, bro? What do you hit us?
I ain't worried about y'all. You finished below
You
me,
sound
bro.
like you are worried. What do you mean?
I ain't
You
worried
said,
about
I
you, man.
need him to dunk. Why? I don't even know who you're playing.
I don't like your club, and I
Don't
wish
say
the
what
worst for
type
your
of-
club. That's why.
To be fair, Don's season starts quite quick because he's got European qualifiers. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, man.
Don, I hope you watched the
Okay,
game
we're
yesterday.
playing
Betis is
United
one
or
of
whatever
the
they're
people in
called, man.
the conference league. So we give you a little bit of a preview of how to play against them.
It's time to complete the set anyway. It's time to complete the set. I'll take the happy
shut
trophy. I'll take the happy trophy, man. I'll take it.
Lad, if you've
I'm
not
like,
actually
great.
looked through the teams that are in the conference league, go have a look. You'll have a laugh. There's a team called B34 in there who is sponsored by some tipster page on Twitter, and I'm not
It's
even lying.
incredible, man. It's incredible. Let's move to them, right? Staffy, apologies in advance. This is probably going to get some popcorn out for this for me and you just to sit there and enjoy. But Don for the last 48 hours has had a lot to say to me. On WhatsApp, he's had a lot to say in WhatsApp groups that people have been biting back with him at. And what I love Don is he always backs up his opinions as to why he's feeling how he's feeling. And he knows this. It's all love over from me anyway. So I thought, we got Tom on. Let's have a little chat about our conversations in the last 48 hours because Don can, hold his own. He's gone on streams with me before where people have been coming for him and he backs up his opinions. So big up to him, man. But me and him were disagreeing. And the reason we were disagreeing was because Don thinks the Chelsea squad is better than Liverpool's squad. Now, I disagreed and I said that I think the Liverpool squad is better than Chelsea's squad. And Don didn't like that. So Don was trying to.
I didn't like that, bro. You can have your opinion. I've got my opinion. You can have your opinion, bro.
No. I don't mean you didn't like it as you didn't like what I was saying. You just weren't hearing it. Basically, you're disagreeing with it is the way to say it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kind of stay out because I've said enough to Don. Don knows how I feel about it all via WhatsApp. I'm not gonna go into it all again with me. Just take airtime, right? I'll let Staffy get involved if you want to, but I really want to hear what Tom.
Just give me a minute. I'll be right.
Yeah. Go on, Staffy.
Well, what you need to do,
wanna-
yeah, bring up both squads so everyone can see what I'm talking about.
I went through that yesterday.
When it comes to Chelsea,
I can pull it up.
when it comes to Chelsea, we seem to be a laughing stock. Yeah, bring up the team that went to the US tour for Liverpool, and bring up the team that went to the US tour for Chelsea, bro. And we can
talking. Let me do that. You keep talking.
both-
That's
we can
only
both
because
speak about
our
the players
players
that
are
are
good
missing
enough
as
to
well.
play for national teams that went far.
We can both speak about. We're missing players too, bro. We're all missing players too, bro.
Right. So, what's your first choice defense?
It's clear proof that we've got a better squad than you. You saw it last season.
No, you fucking didn't beat us once.
Bro, I'm talking about the squad that you had in the final. Everyone expected Chelsea to go and beat you lot in that final, right? Because of the squad that we
was
had.
because of oh my god.
Tom, listen to what I'm saying, bro, before you come in. Listen to what I'm saying before you come in, right? In that final, yeah, did we have a better team on paper than you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah? And did we have a lot of injuries at the time? Yes or no?
Not to first teamers, no. There's a difference in where your injuries were. You had Carney out. We had Mohamed Salah out.
Bro, we had a lot of injuries at that time, bro. We still had the likes of Nkunku and them man out, bro. Reece James and that were out.
Nkunku played in the game?
Nkunku played in the final. No, he didn't.
Yes.
In the final.
Yes. Because he missed the sitter in the 90th minute.
Nkunku did not play in the final, bro.
Oh,
Nkunku did not come on in the final. He wasn't there, bro. Nkunku was not there in the final. Nkunku was injured.
Carabao Cup you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about in the Carabao Cup pots. Everyone looked at that lineup between Chelsea and Liverpool, and they literally said, I was looking at them saying, yo, if we don't beat these lot, we're an absolute joke because Liverpool right now are on their knees, yeah? They've got these injuries and whatnot, and they're having to bring guys in. I'm looking at their bench, it was a mess. But even though we had a lot of injuries, Tom, we were still able to put out a team where people looked at it and said, yeah, we're stronger than you guys, right? Liverpool's 11, you can argue is better than Chelsea's, but I'm talking about the overall squad. And when I'm talking about the squad, it means the bench options as well, bro. Yeah? That's what I'm talking about.
Nkunku come on in the 67th minute.
Nkunku came on in the final.
In the 67th minute, yeah.
Thank you.
I can't remember. I can't remember Nkunku coming on in the final. I can't lie. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? I can't really remember that. But all I'm saying is, Tom, yeah, if you go look at your squad that went to America, you're saying you're missing a lot of players. We're missing a lot of players as well. But, bro, go look at that team that you looked to America, bro. Yeah, that says it. That says everything that you need to know. It's full of just youth. Yeah. We've actually got players that went to America that people know. Okay,
your team is shitter than ours. Your team is worse than ours. If you want to go pound, you know what? I'm going, but we'll go pound for pound right now.
That's your opinion. I'm seeing guys that I don't even know. I'm seeing guys in that squad. I'm seeing guys. Hold on,
pound for pound right now because
I
worked this out with Dan the other day. I went through and built both teams from a first 11 and a backup 11. and I want to go through pound for pound here.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is, Pots? Let's. I would say my combined 11 between when it comes to Liverpool and Chelsea. Yeah, I would say my combined 11 right now because, like I said, when I saw your squad that went to America, if that was Chelsea's squad, would be getting absolutely cooked, right? Absolutely cooked. So many guys on that list that we don't know. And yes, I hear it. People went to competitions and that. We had players missing too, bro. But we're still able to put together a good team, right? That people know at least, bro. No one knows most of these guys that went to America, bro. That says it all, right?
Right.
Like I said, I'm not saying we're a better team than you. I'm saying we've got a better squad than you. And I said the exact same thing about Man United last season. Our squad is a lot deeper than yours. Deal with injuries more. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a lot deeper than yours, bro.
I mean, you say you deal with injuries better, yet when we had to play a weakened side because of injuries, we still got the job done over you.
You had a better manager. You had a better manager than us.
And in that period of time, you actually didn't lose a game.
But Tom, you had a better manager, bro. You had an elite manager, bro. We had a manager that brought players on the pitch, yeah, and told them to sit back, yeah. Just before extra time, Tom, we had you lot on ropes, right? He brings on Madueke, he brings on Mudryk. That I remember. He brought on Madueke and Mudryk, and he tells the team to sit back. After the game, he says they're tired. You know what I'm saying? One game a week and we're tired. So yeah, on paper, bro, we should have beaten you that day, and we had enough to beat you that day. But unfortunately, we didn't because of our manager, bro. And I said it at the time.
So you had the third best squad in the league last year. You had the third best squad in the league last year, but Maurizio Pochettino was why you came sixth. And
Poch didn't know how to use the team. Poch didn't know how to use the team.
But surely the natural squad quality should have it in a higher position naturally.
Yeah, but the big players that I would expect us to be getting us these points weren't available because they were injured, bro. Nkuku's not missing the chances that Jackson was missing. Okay. You know what I'm saying? If we had the likes of Reece James, if we had the likes of Reece James, I know we didn't really miss it much, but he's still a big.
Because Malo Gusto's apparently the best right back in the Premier League.
He's still a big miss. We had Disasi playing right centre back basically all season. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Lavia is a key player. He was missing all season. We're having to play an injured Enzo.
How can you know Lavia's a key player? He didn't fucking play. How can you know he's a key player?
But I can still talk about what he can bring to the team. And why your manager wanted him, bro. Your elite manager wanted Lavia.
We wanted him. Right? We wanted him so much. We wanted him so much that we didn't bid the asking price until we paid.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. You were trying to tell
how much we wanted him. He was on his knees for us for 3 weeks and we didn't pay. But the moment a good one came up, we paid the price. We didn't want Lavia. But
you did want Lavia. You want Lavia. Look at
even in that case, Endo dunked on your ex twice last year.
You wanted Lavia.
I am here.
You wanted Lavia.
I am here.
And now I am here. You wanted
I am here to sit here and work out whose squad is better. I am here to sit here and work out whose squad is better. So I have pulled up.
Bring up the list, Potts. Bring up the list. Let's see it.
I have pulled up the squad list of both squads that are going to be, playing next year. I've pulled up a first 11 and a second 11. So,
bro, bring up the list.
Your first team next year in goal, it's either Jorgensen or Sanchez. Who's going in goal for you next year?
Alisson or Sanchez? Alisson,
okay, so we're going Alisson. Left back.
Cucurella all day. All day.
Fuck off.
Are you laughing at the best fullback at the Euros, bro? Are you crazy?
You man didn't want him until fucking April.
He won 5 games in a row when he was used correctly, bro. He was one of our better players to end the season, bro, when he was used correctly. You're telling me Robertson over Cucurella right now? Are you crazy?
Yes, I'm telling you Robertson over Cucurella.
You're crazy, bro. Robertson didn't even get out of the group. Allow me, man. Allow me.
Plays for Scotland.
Right, so we're using Euro squad quality to figure out a player.
You're talking about the best performing fullback at the Euros, and Robertson should play ahead of him. Why?
I thought this was about, I thought this was about Chelsea and Liverpool, not Spain versus fucking Scotland.
But Cucurella was on that same form for Chelsea, and he carried it on for Spain, bro. Right?
You literally mentioned Cucurella was good for 5 fucking games.
He wasn't 5 game catalog. No, Tom. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Right now, Cucurella is on better form than Robertson, yeah. And majority of people with eyes are gonna pick Cucurella over Robertson at the minute. I'm sorry, Robertson ain't the same. That's why when you had Joe Gomez, a lot of people like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's time to move my man on. You're not going to put Robertson over Cucurella right now. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
So we're using Hassam as the basis for that. Great. Any logical?
I'm using a lot of your fan base. I'm using a lot of your fan base.
Any logical fan says Andy Robertson is a better left back than Cucurella because he's done it for longer and the level is still there.
Bro,
you know what? Even if I will let you have Cucurella because I know that I get fucking the backup left back. I know that Robertson's second because you ain't arguing for Chilwell. So I'll let you have Cucurella.
No, hell no.
I'll let you have Cucurella. Centre backs.
Centre backs, Van Dijk gets him for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
110%. I'll say Konate as well for sure. I actually
So,
rate Fofana more than Konate, right? But for now, I'll let you have it. Because recency bias again. So I'll let you have Konate for now.
Recency bias. A man who's absolutely dealt with Vinicius both times he's played them, but that's apparently recency bias for Wesley Fofana. Right,
bro, what happened last time when Darwin was trying to run past my man, bro? He just dealt with him on a normal one. You know what I'm saying? Just dealt with him on a normal one. I think he was even playing at right back that game on a normal thing. You know what I'm trying to say? So have your local pairing, Tom. Yeah, I'm giving you Van Dijk. I've given you Van Dijk and I've given you Konate. Have your local pairing, bro. You know what I'm saying? But let's go to the midfield now. Hold on.
I want to ask a question. When did Fofana play Nunes?
When was that? It was the season before last.
Right, so that was the year that
when we drew with you, bro. He played very well that game.
We drew 0-0 both times. What game are we on about here?
I'm talking about the game at the bridge. It was at the bridge, bro.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Fofana was one of the match that game as well.
So your basis for saying Konate is worse than Fofana. I've put down Vinicius Jr. and you've put down Darwin Núñez.
Bro, I'm not that's not the reason why I'm saying it's better. I prefer Fofana.
Good point.
No. It's not about good point. It's not about good point. Because Núñez is a hard guy to mark. Yeah, and he's a hard guy to deal with. Whether people like it or not, that's why Liverpool fans are like, yo, he gets busy, he's effective. Fofana dealt with him on a normal one. Right? We're not gonna do this recency bias thing because he had injuries and whatnot. He's got to bounce back. So for now, like I've said, I'm gonna be humble and I'll give it to Konate. But me, between Konate and Fofana, I prefer Fofana.
Did you forget what Rashford did to Fofana that game where we beat you guys 5-1 on Old Trafford?
He was shocking that game. Staffy, he was shocking that game. When he came back from injury the season when Potter was here, bro, he was our best defender. And then injury hit him again and he got worse. Right? But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on for the centre backs. Let's move on for the centre backs, right? So now let's go into the midfield. Why
are we going to midfield? There's right back that we need to address.
Oh, right back. Brother, Reece James or Gusto. Reece James.
I know you're taking the piss right now. I know you are taking the fucking piss right now. You're not giving me Reece James, whose last good games were in 2021, 3 years ago. Over Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm not doing this shit.
He treated your boys like little boys at the bridge when we played you first game of the season last year, bro. And he got himself injured, right? Every single time when Reece treated you like little boys last season. If you want to take it away from Reece, hold on. No, Tom. If you want to take it away from Reece, go and bring me Gusto in that position. Gusto statistically was the best performing fullback in the league last year in his first year.
Oh my god, we're using statistics on a fucking defender. Oh my fucking god.
After Palmer, Gusto was our second most consistent player, bro. Yeah, so don't act as if Reece James and Gusto are dead. Like I don't get why you're doing this. You get?
I like how I got told recency bias on Konate and Robertson, but this Malo Gusto isn't recency bias over.
Bro, you've seen Reece more recently than you have Fofana. Bro. Who are doing it? And Reece is fit now.
Yeah, the last time I saw Reece got sent off for booting a Brighton player.
Let me finish what I'm saying. We haven't seen Fofana for over a year. We've at least Reece James, cool. He got injured last year, but at least we saw him in certain games. And there was a lot of games last year where we saw him. We actually did very well. Very well. Do you get it? Right? So for me, bro, I'm picking Reece James over Trent every single day of the week. We're not doing this, bro.
Point number one. Your big selling point for Reece James last season was the game where he played against us.
Because he was barely fit, bro. He was barely fit. Because and how you're talking about him as if
I didn't even get to make my fucking point, by the way. I just mentioned the game. I didn't even get to make my point.
And I said to you, he treated your boys like little boys first game of the season last year, bro. Are you forgetting?
Mm-hmm.
He was even inverting against you guys. But anyway, I'm picking.
Let Tom Lang go. Let Tom Lang go.
I just have one question from that game. Who was the Liverpool player who scored that day?
So what? Because Trent scored.
No, Trent didn't score. It wasn't Trent. It was Luis Diaz. You know, Reece James's man.
Okay.
Reece James's man scored that day because he got done by a run by Luis Diaz. And Luis Diaz is shit, by the way. This is a man who hates Luis Diaz.
That was a very good pass from Salah. Bro.
I mean, it could
But
have
I remember that goal. It was
Mark
a very
Diaz,
good
but
pass.
hey hum. And then
No, it was a
I'm
goal.
sorry,
It was a
I'm
very
not
good
I'm not
pass.
even bringing myself down to the level of arguing about fucking Reece James or Gusto versus Trent
Tom, let me
Alexander-Arnold,
just
the
ask this
second
very
most
quickly.
creative player in the
Put
Premier League
this
for the past
out
decade.
to
Let me just say-
Staffy, bro. I'm sorry. I am not picking Trent over Reece. I'm not even picking Trent over
That
Gusto.
was what I was going to do. Staffy,
I'm not even picking Trent over Gusto.
I love Trent. Don knows I love Trent. I can't believe Don wouldn't take Trent in the squad, but we've had our arguments about that. So
Because
Staffy,
we've
this
got
is
Reece James and Gusto, bro. I don't
Between
need Trent.
Trent and James. Done. Sip
Well,
some water,
and
bro.
Gusto
Relax.
as
It's
well,
okay.
and
It's
Gusto.
okay.
Nah,
Take a
bro,
breath.
nah,
Take a
because
breath.
these men have gotten too comfortable because we finished 12th, we finished 6th. They think our players are rubbed out, bro. You talk about Reece James like he's any joke,
If
man.
you finish 12th and 6th, your players aren't that good. That's the simple fact of the matter.
Yeah. It was all on the players. So now Reece James ain't a good player now, is it, Tom? He's not a good player now, yeah. But anyway, I'll leave it to Staffy and Potts in it because for me, I'm picking Reece James every single day of the week over Trent. I'm even picking Gusto.
I'm gonna be
every
honest
day.
with you, bro. I'm gonna be really honest with you. If I'm in the convo, I'm talking about Gusto or Trent. I don't care for Reece James. I think Reece James is one of the most overrated players I've ever heard of. The guy spent 3 years not playing football, and people still say he's the best in his position. How the fuck do you know that? Because I couldn't see him playing in this position. So when's the last time you see him in this position to say that? 3 years of injuries, and I'm putting in conversations about being the best. He plays 3 games, and then he fucks off again with a suspension or injury, and people put him in the best. I think he's a good fullback. Don't get me wrong. He's probably more balanced than Trent, but the upside of Trent on the front side is way better than what you guys have seen from Reece James for about 3 years now.
Are you crazy, Staffy? Are
Sorry?
you crazy, bro? You know, like I don't get this.
I would rather Gusto. I already said that Gusto will take over his role soon.
No,
I
but
said
you're
in 2 years,
saying
James will be
the
sold.
upside going forward
last-
as if Reece James don't create chances, bro. Like Reece James
I
came
didn't
on
say
for
that.
2
I didn't
seconds
say
I've
that.
put a
against.
poll in.
Reece James came on.
Let's see what the chat say. I've put a
Reece
poll in.
James came on. Reece James came on for 2 seconds last season against Forest, yeah, and literally got an assist straight away for Jackson, bro. Like he's whips. Him and Chilwell were our most creative players, right? So I'm not hearing this thing. I know Trent's creative, but Reece James is creative as well. Like, let's not make it out as if Trent is up here when it comes to creativity and Reece James is all the way down here, bro.
See, the thing is,
Like,
I never
it's not
said
like that, bro.
I said he's more balanced, so it means that he does go forward. I didn't say that he doesn't go forward.
So does Reece.
But
So does Reece.
No, that's what I said. I'm
Look,
talking about
look,
Reece. I said
Let's
Reece
leave,
is
let's
balanced.
leave
He
the
does
chat. Let's leave because I want to move on from this position, man. So let's let the chat decide. At the moment, Trent is absolutely smashing it by like 75% out of 3. So what's the
That's
next
recency
position?
bias. That's definitely recency bias. I can't lie.
Oh,
Well, no,
mate,
the only
don't
thing I will
even-
say
don't
is
even,
that
man.
it's the 12th man shadow. So we don't have it. Maybe it's very heavy Arsenal, but it's definitely not heavy Liverpool or Chelsea. Let's say that. So it will be fairly even-ish, I reckon. But we'll see
What are we
it
on
comes
to now?
Let's move
Midfield.
to
All I'm saying
midfield,
is,
right?
if Reece James was in the England squad, yeah, he's not getting benched for Walker, innit? That's all I'm gonna say about that. But anyway, onto the midfield.
Yes.
because Southgate is renowned for making great decisions, bro.
Onto the midfield, man. Onto the midfield.
Fantastic.
Because we all know that Southgate makes great decisions.
I'm quite happy.
You think
to
Reece
give you
James is benching? You think Reece James is benching? Have you not heard what Kyle Walker said about Reece James, bro? It's a recency bias thing, bro.
Wait,
Like,
that's
all
not
it
what I
is,
said.
Tom. I hear it, Tom. How Trent has made you feel emotionally and whatnot because you're a Liverpool fan. I hear all of that, right? But going backwards and forwards, I'm sorry, bro. It's Reece James all day. And if you say
Right.
otherwise, it's a recency bias thing. And
So-
even Gusto
so-
performed better than
How is it
Trent
going
last
for?
year.
Hold on. How is
Gusto
in any
performed
shape,
better
way,
than
or
Trent
form
last
Reece
year.
James
I'm
better
picking
going
Gusto over
forward?
Trent in that
Right,
position.
so there you go. So straight away you've shot yourself in your foot because you're now using just last year to give Gusto. So that's recency bias in itself. And if we're going back to Reece James and Trent,
You just
straight
said
away,
we can't talk about Reece James because he's just been injured. But Gusto just had a better season.
I will
than Trent.
happily
Let's
go back
move.
to
Let's move from
2021
right
Reece
back,
James.
man. Let's move from
I'd
right
go back
back,
to
man.
2021 for Reece James when Trent still had a better season on him. But anyway, we're on to midfield now.
Midfield, man.
I'll give you Caicedo. You can have Caicedo.
Yeah.
McAllister's going in. Do not even go fucking. I don't know. Don't even.
Okay, what shape are we going with then, Tom? Is it a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3?
You can go either because McAllister.
Actually, let's go
plays either way.
4-2-3-1 because 4-2-3-1 because I want to respect one of your boys. So 4-2-3-1, McAllister, Caicedo, like Brighton days, cool.
Mhm.
Palmer in the
Tottenham.
10, that ain't even a debate. Yeah.
Palmer's
Salah
going
right
there.
wing.
Salah on
I
the
think
right,
you
yeah.
agree with that. Salah right
Yeah.
wing.
Any of our
up-
left wingers. Any of our left wingers going on the left. Because who the fuck have you got to put there?
left wing is bro, it's meaty. You know what I'm saying? Like you lot's meaty as well. So I don't know why you're trying to move mad about it, but listen, if you wanna,
I'm gonna take a page out the Don book. Did you watch Cody Gakpo during the Euros? He was one of the best attackers in the Euros. Therefore, he's better than anyone else.
All right, look, listen. On the left, I'll probably play in Cuckoo, so I can put Jackson. It's not Jackson, sorry. So I can put Jota.
You've never seen him in the left. How could you play him in the left?
I have seen Cuckoo.
I've never seen him in the left.
Cuckoo literally played left wing against Brighton. What are you talking about? And he played on the left a couple of times for Leipzig as well. I've seen him on the left. I've literally seen him on the left.
Oh my God, I'm getting Leipzig prop. I didn't realize Leipzig played in the Premier League.
Because Staffy just said he doesn't play there, but he literally just played there last season for us, bro. I saw him there.
One game, Don? Come on, bro. What are we doing here?
Yeah, but bro, he's played there for Leipzig as well, bro. He literally played left wing when they played against Man City, bro. Right? In the Champions League. But Tom, I'm playing in Cuckoo left wing, and I'll play Jota up top. That's what I would do.
That's like me trying to put fucking Szoboszlai at left wing because he played there for Leipzig. I'm not doing that because it's not where he plays.
What do you mean that's not where but he can play there, bro. He can play there. He can
I thought you were gonna say Sterling or Jackson, man. I must admit, in Kungo,
Sterling, you think I'm putting Sterling? Bro, I'm not doing no Sterling. Brother, I want Sterling off the bench. Sterling off the bench. That's what I'm saying. It's two arses. We're talking about Diaz, Sterling, and that. These guys they're meaty, man. They're meaty. Let's be real. Like you should have a Gordon there. If you had a Gordon gets in every single day of the week. You know, I can't put Mudryk there. I can't really put Sterling.
I'm quite happy to put Cody Gakpo there. I'm quite happy to put Cody
Gakpo, come on. You can't be putting Gakpo left wing when you barely even saw him play left wing there.
I can put him left wing.
What do you call it? For your club?
I can put him left wing because that was the position he played the most last season. You know, that's kind of the metric.
They play well there, though. That's the thing. They play well there. I don't remember Gakpo playing well there.
Yes, he was actually our best left winger last season. The problem was he's too versatile for his own good. So when you have injuries, he gets chucked to fill the hole.
The question is, though, Tom, do you think he starts, though? That's the thing.
Yes.
You think he's going to start ahead of Diaz?
Yes. Fuck. Diaz is shit. There's a reason I've not even mentioned his name. I don't want Diaz.
If you want to start Gakpo on the left, I'll let you have that one. Then Nkunku will start up top.
But Jota's better than Nkunku?
Are you crazy?
Jota's better than Nkunku?
Crazy, bro.
Jota's better, bro. Come on,
Jota's
a killer, bro. Jota's an unbelievable finisher, bro.
So is Nkunku, bro. He's literally scored against this guy's team when we got smoked by them.
Nkunku,
hold on. Nkunku is our version of Jota, right? But on the ball, he is better than Jota, bro. Like, that ain't even a debate. Nkunku's a better footballer than Jota. Jota is clinical, and so is Nkunku. All it is, you've barely seen Nkunku because he's been injured. That's it. But he's a better footballer than him, 110%, bro. You're saying, Jota's a killer, so is Nkunku. Nkunku up top, Gakpo on the left. I'll let you have that.
What? How long have you had him, Tom? Jota? 3 seasons? He's been quality for the last 4 years.
And that's why I wanted to put both of them in there. That's why I said Nkunku on the left and Jota up top, right? Because Nkunku on the ball is better than Jota, right? But Tom didn't want to have that. Tom was like, nah, you can't play Nkunku on the left. But I've literally seen Nkunku play well on the left
wing. I'm sorry.
I saw this guy play well on the left, bro, against Brighton.
I'm not putting Nkunku in this team until he's actually done it in the Premier League. I'm not counting Bundesliga stats because they made Timo Werner out to be the fucking striker of the century.
So what you're trying to do? You're trying to move the goalposts so you can try to fit in your players, bro. That's what you're trying to do.
I'm not trying to move the goalposts. I'm looking at a player who's.
You're trying to move the goalposts because we're talking about names. We're talking about names, right? I'm looking at a player who has had a 19 GA Premier League season before. He's got 10 plus goals in the Premier League in 3 of the last 4 years. And Nkunku could hit similar numbers if he stays fit. No doubt about that, bro.
That's fantastic. And Jota hits those numbers despite not staying fit. And Nkunku doesn't hit those numbers.
Jota's managed to stay more fit than Nkunku, bro. Nkunku last season, it's like he wasn't there. And even in that time period, he managed to still score 3 goals. 3 or 4 goals.
Nkunku played 11 times in the Premier League last season.
And some of them were off the bench. He barely started, bro. He started against Wolves. I think he's got like 2-3 starts, bro.
Yeah. Staying with Diogo Jota. Jota also came off the bench a lot because he was in the first choice front line. Jota played, 19 games? So there's 8 games difference. And Jota got 7 more goals and 3 more assists because Nkunku actually failed to get an assist last season. So hold
on. So you're trying to compare a guy that was playing under an elite manager in a better functioning team, right? To a guy to a guy that came into a fucking mess and was being used incorrectly again by Poch, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
only when Poch decided to fix up a little bit, try him on the left, do a little thing here and there.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what, Don.
I don't get this.
Now that you've got this perfect manager.
Hold on, Tom.
Dan,
you're trying to discredit how good. You're trying to discredit how good.
What's going to win the fucking league by the sound of it.
You're trying to discredit how good Nkunku is because you've barely seen him. When in reality, Nkunku is a finisher and a killer, just like Jota is. But like I've said, the difference on the ball is Nkunku is a better player. No one's gonna tell me that Jota is a better player than Nkunku when you use your eyes and watch what they do on the ball, bro. No one.
I don't care about how nice they are to watch. Nice players normally have shit output. The fact of the matter is, both of these players have injury problems, but one has significantly better output when they are in.
He's played more games, bro. He has played more games in a better team.
He played
a better team.
He played 8 more games. But hold on.
There we go then. How many more minutes is that? How many more minutes is that? 8 more games. Wait, hold on. So you're trying to ignore the fact here that he played 8 more games than Nkunku, who was basically injured all season.
Because I'll tell you this, Don. I can tell you this for a fact. You know, Jota's best run on the team came in that period of time when we played you.
Okay, can I ask you a question, Tom?
When, you know, all these injuries were there and you had the better squad than us. So we were playing with a much worse squad at that time and Jota was our only good attacker and he still put up those numbers.
Let me ask you a question, Tom. If Nkunku played for Liverpool and got the chances that Jota got, yeah, are you confident that he'll bag them? Just yes or no?
No.
So you're telling me he's not a good finisher then, yeah?
Nkunku might be a good finisher. He's not better than Jota.
It don't sound like you know much about Nkunku because Nkunku's a killer. That's exactly what we've been missing up top. Nkunku is our version of Jota. Nkunku is our version of Trossard, but it's better on the ball than both of them.
Let me do a closing statement because otherwise we're gonna go around in circles here, right? Let me give you a closing statement.
I can't believe this. I can't believe this.
We've got to do the actual squads as well because the whole squads.
Do you know what, Tom? This might speed it up a bit then, right? This might speed it up because I'm going to ask you both the same question, right? It might speed it up a bit. I'll come to you first, Tom, then I'll come to Don, right? I kind of half done this with Don anyway, so I'll come to you first. Realistically and honestly, Tom, if you're looking at that Chelsea squad, not the 1 to 11 combined 11, out of the Chelsea squad, which of those players do you think you'd say, wow, hands up, they get into Liverpool squad?
I'd have Caicedo and Palmer and that's it.
Okay, in the squad. Okay,
that's why his manager was banging on wanted Levi Colwill. You know what I'm saying? That's why his manager was on his knees slobbing off for Lavia. You know what I'm saying? That's why his club and his fans thought they'll get Enzo Fernandez. You know what I mean? Everyone's crap when they come Chelsea.
Look at the names he's bringing. Oh no, I'm so gutted we missed out on fucking Romeo Lavia who played 1 game. Fuck me. What would that 1 game have done for us last season?
Recency bias. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Because
I like Lavia. I do like Lavia, I must say.
So the other part I've got to use. The other part I've got to use is.
This is another one. See this video today. This is another one that I'm documenting. I'm adding this to my recall charge. You are now on my recall charge as well. You're on my hit list as well. I'm telling you. I'm gonna come back to this. And all the slander you've been giving Nkunku, you better pray. You better pray that he gets injured or something because I've got no doubts about this guy.
Probably don't need to pray that. He just needs to do that.
Nkunku is a killer in front of goal, and anyone trying to say otherwise is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy.
Let me ask you the same question then, Don. Liverpool squad, not 1 to 11. Who you taking, bro?
I'm taking Van Dijk. I'm taking Salah. I'm taking Jota. I'm definitely taking him. That's it, bro. I can't lie.
So you're not taking
again. Salah, Jota, and who? Sorry,
and Van Dijk.
So you're not taking Alisson. Great. So we'll leave.
Alisson. Sorry, I'm taking Alisson as well. 100%.
You are completely leaving behind Alexis McAllister.
I don't need it. I don't need McAllister.
Fuck me, he's better than Fernandez for 1. Let's not do this, man.
Enzo's not even guaranteed to start, bro. Enzo ain't even guaranteed to start. We've got Lavia there, bro.
Right, so hold on. Are you trying to tell me that you would rather have Romeo Lavia than Alexis McAllister?
Yes. For what I'm trying to do right now, yes.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
Is McAllister a DM? I don't get what you do. I don't get what you're doing here, Tom. Like the guy was literally exposed at DM. You were crying out for a DM and you went and signed Endo. Like Tom, you're just embarrassing yourself. Your club wanted Lavia. Your fan base was slobbing off for Lavia, and now all of a sudden he's a shit player. And McAllister,
that's why we tried to buy fucking Caicedo. That's why we tried to buy Caicedo. If you
McAllister,
have
all
McAllister,
last season,
Caicedo can play
hold on,
DM.
Tom.
Oh
All
my
I heard last season, right, is McAllister can't play in that role, in that DM role. We need a DM. You went and panic bought a guy that wears a fucking gum shield in his mouth for whatever reason. Yeah,
Dunked on your head twice, by the way. Dunked on your head twice, by the way.
And now all of a sudden, McAllister is a better profile than Lavia playing in that 6. You're crazy, bro.
We're playing a fucking double pivot. The whole point was we're playing a 4-2-3-1. So you put Caicedo and McAllister. You know, did you know that Caicedo and McAllister actually played in a double pivot at Brighton?
He asked me for my team. He didn't ask me for the combined 11. He asked me who am I taking from your team?
I cannot believe
who am I taking from your team? And in my team, we're not going to play a double pivot, bro. We're gonna have someone inverted with Lavia, right? So I don't need McAllister, bro.
So you're playing Caicedo as an attacking mid, effectively.
Bro, Caicedo is a box-to-box midfielder. Yes, I'm playing him in the 8. Yes. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn as well. You and Mons are gonna learn, bro. Because Mons tried to tell me Caicedo's not an 8. Caicedo is a box-to-box midfielder.
I'm not done yet. You made a very clear point that you don't like any of your left wingers. So why not take one of ours? Because you're playing in Kunku up front, aren't you?
Yeah, but the thing is, we're talking about you're kind of like you've got a Gordon. If you had a Gordon, I'll take a Gordon. But I don't. I don't want Diaz. No, I don't want Gakpo. I don't want Diaz. I'd rather stick with Sterling. I'd rather stick with Sterling. I'd rather stick with Mudryk and that.
I just know you wouldn't though. I just know you wouldn't though. In your heart of hearts, you would not stick with Sterling over Gakpo.
Bro, what's Gakpo done in the league, bro? What's he done in the league?
Outscored both your left wingers last season, out-assisted both your left wingers last season.
So he's done more than Sterling in the league, has he?
Oh, are we doing a whole career type thing? Because you've not got that Sterling.
You're telling me that I'm taking Gakpo.
But you've not got 2018 Raheem Sterling. You've got 2024 Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, and I don't think Gakpo is levels to be saying I want him at my club. I'd rather someone else. I'm not taking Tom. I'm not taking none of your left wingers, bro. None of them. I've told you the players I'm taking.
I'm just gonna, for my peace of mind, I'm gonna ignore you trying to say that Trent doesn't even get in your team as well, because that's the most horrendous.
Bro, Trent for me, I'm not starting him ahead of Reece James. I'm not starting him ahead of Gusto, bro. So I don't need Trent. I don't need him.
Okay. Anyway, I wanted to address the squad point because you said the squad overall is better. So,
Potts, I'm waiting for that list. I'm actually waiting for that list.
I've got it here. So I can't. Which goalkeeper did you say was going to be your starter? Because I can't. Were you going to say Jorgensen's your starter next year?
Looking like it's Sanchez. For now, it's looking like it's Sanchez.
So Jorgensen's the backup. Okay. So Kelleher or Jorgensen?
No one knows much about Jorgensen to even say anything. They're going to say Kelleher. Like, you know what you're doing right now, Tom. You know what you're doing right now.
It's Kelleher. It's Kelleher. So right back, Bradley or Gusto. I'm quite happy to give you Malo Gusto. I went off the basis that Reece James was your starter, by the way. But whichever one you can have over Conor Bradley. Now, I went by the basis that at this present moment in time, because Fofana, I don't know how fit he is. I just didn't include him. But if you want him to be a starter, you can.
No, he is included because he's available and fit.
So who are your two starting centre-backs?
It'll probably be, I reckon Tosin starts the season, but I'm trying to think. It's a hard one, bro. It's a hard one. It could be Fofana, it could be Tosin. But then again, if either of them don't start, that's one of them on the bench. Which
of them are we going to say then that Colwill and Fofana is your centre back partnership?
Bro, you could even put Badiashile there. Badiashile played very well yesterday.
I don't need.
Put Badiashile starting next to Tosin. Let's do that.
So you got Fofana and Colwill with the backups.
Yep. Because he's barely seen Fofana recently, right? So he might not start the season.
But you just, I just wanted to figure out which was your starting.
So now Fofana's on the bench and Levi Colwill's on the bench. That's our bench right now.
You got it. Okay. So Fofana versus Quansah.
Fofana all day long.
I mean, to be fair, I done this off the basis that it was Badiashile and Disasi, because I thought that Fofana and Colwill were your two starters.
Disasi is third choice, bro.
Yeah, that is squad depth, isn't it? So I went Quansah versus Badiashile and Gomez versus Disasi. But if you want to do that, Gomez versus
Quansah's a right centre back, right?
Quansah's actually good enough where he can play either.
So I'm starting Badiashile left centre back, which means Levi Colwill's on the bench. So you're saying Levi Colwill versus Quansah, bro?
Right. Okay. Fine. I still think Quansah.
See, now he's deep in it. Now he's deep in it. When I'm telling him the options that we can
I'm trying to figure out which is your fucking centre back partnership. I'm not. You've given me 4 names for 2 positions. I don't know which one we're going with.
We've got many options. Many options. You know what I'm trying to say?
If you notice how I'm not.
You know what?
You know what, guys? Did you know Quansah actually started ahead of Konate at the end of last season? So Konate's actually my backup now.
Okay.
If we're doing that, then Konate's just better.
Konate is better than who?
Than anyone you want to put forwards for your backup.
Bro, that's your opinion. Like I said, I prefer Fofana, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you prefer Konate to him, that's your opinion. But anyway, keep going, bro. Keep going.
Left back, Chilwell or Tsimikas.
It's not Chilwell, bro. It will be Vega. Chilwell's about to dip.
Who the fuck is Vega?
You see?
Who the hell is
You
Vega,
research
bro?
my boy Renato Vega, bruv. Yeah.
See, I knew I left my
that came in. That was the guy that came in to
5 years
replace
later,
California.
Yeah. I'm going Tsimikas over Vega then.
To replace California. That's the guy that came in to replace California. You're gonna learn about him as well. So he's a left centre back there. He can play left back.
We're learning a lot.
Right. Okay. So I'm going Tsimikas then because I have no idea who the fuck Renato Vega.
You can't be telling me Tsimikas when you're just telling this guy plays like some
lad,
rap, bro. Like,
let me go find where this Vega fella came from.
What are we doing here, Potts? Are we just gonna allow this, Tuffy? Are we just gonna allow this? You can't try and cook. You cooked Tsimikas earlier, and now you're trying to put him over a guy.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my
You
god!
are crazy.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You're trying to tell me a guy who played 13 times for fucking Augsburg is better than my backup left back? I hate Tsimikas. He's better than fucking Vega.
He literally came in to replace California at Basel and got a move to Chelsea very, very quickly, bro. Don't be ignorant because you don't know much about him. He's a good player. Don't be ignorant because you don't know much about him. He's better than Tsimikas. He's better than Tsimikas.
No, he's not.
He is. How can you say that when you haven't even watched him?
You're using stats from the fucking Swiss league. Who the fuck plays in the Swiss league?
I'm using my eyes from what I've seen
When
of
have
him.
you ever watched Basel?
Games back. Y Scout, brother. That's where.
Y Scout.
Yeah?
Oh my
Y Scout. You know what I'm trying to say?
Y Scouts.
That's where I've watched him. You're laughing. I've watched his games back, bro. Like,
so it's Chilwell or Tsimikas in it. Let's be real, because no one can do.
It's not Chilwell. The plan is to sell Chilwell. Yeah. The plan. Maresca's already said he's a left fullback. He's not even looking at him. Vega is ahead of Chilwell in the pecking order. Don't try to put Chilwell there so you can put Tsimikas there. It is Vega ahead of Chilwell, bro.
No one here besides Mr. Y Scout subscription has ever seen Renato Vega play.
Exactly. So don't be ignorant then. Don't be ignorant about it, bro. Just because you haven't heard about him or you haven't watched him.
You know what? If he was actually that good, he would have moved beforehand, wouldn't he? But hey,
he's come to Chelsea, bro, and he's still young. He's 20 years old.
You're acting like Chelsea's a good player. You're a fucking Europa Conference League team. That's
we're
not
a big club.
Basis, is it?
We're not a big club anymore.
You're a Conference League team, mate. That's what it is. Right, midfield.
We're not a big club, then, yeah.
Midfield. I got your midfield down. Although this might actually change. I don't know if Gallagher. Are you including Gallagher or not?
No,
it looks like he's gone.
You can include Gallagher as it is because he's still there.
Right. Okay. So Gallagher, Dewsbury Hall, Chukwuemeka versus Jones, Gravenberch, and Endo.
You still got what's his name? You said Chukwuemeka. You've still got what's his name there as well. Leslie Ogochukwu. That's still there.
Who?
Yeah, Leslie Ogochukwu, bro.
Right, okay, so you can.
He made his debut against you guys. He made his debut against you guys. You remember?
Oh yeah. Whoa, no, so scary. He made his debut in a game that we drew. Oh no. So we'll include him and then put him with Bajcetic. Then how about that? So, Gallagher versus Jones.
It's not Gallagher versus Jones, bro. It's Dewsbury Hall versus Jones. Gallagher's down the pecking order, bruv.
Well, no, because it's Dewsbury Hall versus Gravenberch. Because they play the same position.
Okay, so what? Gallagher versus Jones.
Yeah. Thank you. Dewsbury Hall versus Gravenberch.
Dewsbury Hall.
Fuck me. Oh my god.
What the fuck has Gravenberch done for you lot, though? I don't get this. You're talking about a guy that just came off the back of a 26 GA season, bro. And you're telling me about Grenadine. Who doing it?
Right, you know what? Fine. Because we're using championship stats, I'll give you Dewsbury Hall.
And he was in the Prem before that, balling out, bro.
In fact, no, I actually forgot.
Your bias is showing, Tom. Your bias is showing, you know.
I forgot it because I'd done this based on actual squad. Harvey Elliott actually technically makes our backup team because Endo played more last season. So it's actually Elliott versus Chukwuemeka.
Elliott versus Chukwuemeka.
Well,
yeah, I'll say Elliott right now, but Chukwuemeka is still a good player. Very good player. He started against you guys and he played very well, bro. Better than Elliot, in fact.
All right, keep going, Tom, because we've got to wrap this up, man. Go on.
Okay.
Keep going.
Bajcetic versus Ugo, whoever the fuck.
Leslie.
Right, okay. I mean, it's just not because Bajcetic has actually played in the Champions League, played on the big stage, played in big games.
Recency bias, like you said, we've barely seen him.
But we've just established that we don't want recency bias, as you stated very clearly with Reece James. So I'm not trying.
You're picking and choosing. You're picking and choosing when to use it.
How am I picking and choosing?
You are, bro. You are. You're biased. You're actually so biased. It's unbelievable, bro. Because I've given you some of these players on a calm one.
This motherfucker gave me Lavia over McAllister and telling me I'm biased.
Pots, we've got to do this again with proper structure, yeah, where everything is there in people's face so they can see it. Because Tom, I don't know what type of list Tom's got over there, yeah, but it's dodgy, bro. There's something fishy over there. We need to do this properly, yeah, with real structure. Because you're confusing people now, Tom. You get it? And now you're deep in it. Now you're looking at my squad.
When I asked for
now you're looking at my squad. Now you're looking at my squad and you're seeing the quality in depth. That's where it is. You're deep in it. You're deep in it.
I built your backup 11. I was not scared at all. Right. I went Mudryk as your starter because I don't think Sterling's going to play much. So Sterling is your backup left winger versus Diaz.
Sterling all day.
Oh my fucking God. This isn't the Raheem Sterling of fucking 5 years ago.
Sterling still managed to put up numbers last year and he had very good performances against the likes of Man City, bro, twice. Like, what we're doing it. Like, Sterling was below.
Diaz outperformed him last year with numbers, so the numbers are irrelevant.
Bro, but we are talking like Sterling was shit the whole season. He wasn't shit the whole season. He was just average. But I'm still taking Sterling over Diaz. And when he started to come off the bench, he played a lot better than when he was starting games.
Oh my god. Right. Fucking, I don't know. Madueke versus Carvalho. I'll give you Madueke there.
Madueke.
Although Carvalho is a very good player.
And then up top.
Jackson versus Nunes.
Jackson.
Fuck me. I'm biased. You're laughing at
a guy that just got over 20 GA in his first season, cost about 35 million euros, right? Mm-hmm. And Darwin Nunes had
his price is relevant now. Price is relevant. I didn't know.
Hold on. The point is, no one expected much from him, and people like to cook him because he's a shit finisher. But hold on, Tom. People like to cook him because he's a shit finisher. But when you actually watch Jackson, he's a good footballer. Yeah, he's a better footballer than Darwin. Darwin missed more chances. How can Darwin miss more chances than Jackson when Jackson is shocking in front of goal? Absolutely shocking. And Darwin missed more chances than him, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So Jackson over Nunes all day long, bro. All day long.
So Jackson got how many goals last year?
He got 15 in the league. I think he got 21 in total, I think. All comps.
17 in all comps.
17 in all comps, but then he got over 20 GA. He got a lot of assists as well.
Yeah, he got 6 assists. So, and if I compare that to Mr. Darwin Nunes,
what did Darwin get in his first season, Tom?
I mean, we're going to. Okay, I'll go to first season then.
He got nine in his first season, 3 assists.
There we go. That's not. He cleared him. This is his first season, bro, and he's even younger. And he cost a lot more.
Hold on. In his first season, Nunes got 15 and 4 despite playing at 1,000 less minutes. Because I know how you mentioned the minutes earlier, so I'm including the minutes now because the minutes are apparently a really important factor. So in 1,000 less minutes, he got 1 less goal and 1 less assist. Last season, Nunes ended up getting 18 goals, 13 assists in all comps, and actually still played less minutes than Jackson.
I'm talking about their all-round game. Jackson still put up numbers, bro. Palmer doesn't get a lot of his numbers without Jackson.
You brought
Jackson.
Assists,
you can't try to say Darwin. You can't try to say Darwin's better because he got more numbers. I'm talking about their ability on the ball as well.
Job of an attacker.
Jackson still put up numbers, bro. Very good numbers for his first season. More numbers than what Nunes got in his first season. Yeah. Jackson helps us play better. Whereas with Nunes, most Liverpool fans want him out. Most Chelsea fans love Jackson now. That's the difference. So there's no way you're trying to put Nunes over Jackson. I'm sorry.
I will put Nunes over Jackson because you're hyping up Jackson like he's fucking good.
Bro, Jackson is good.
If Jackson's good, Nunes is good. If Jackson's bad, Nunes is bad. They're the same side of the fucking coin.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
I honestly don't think you watch Chelsea, bro. I honestly don't think you watch Chelsea, bro. Jackson and Darwin, yeah, are two completely different profiles of how they play, bro. Two completely different profiles. You need to watch how Jackson plays, bro. He's a shit finisher, yes, but on the ball, he is better than Darwin, bro. Better than Darwin. That ain't even a debate.
So
listen, we're gonna be here forever and ever and ever.
I just don't get how you can say that when the numbers prove that Nunes is more involved and influential in build-up, which is identifying what a better football is. I don't care how nice Jackson looks when he tries to pull off a fucking step over. That is irrelevant. The job of an attacker is to score goals and get assists. Nunes done that better than Jackson last year.
Bro, Nunes got more numbers than him, yes, but Jackson still put up very good numbers, bro. Like, I don't know why you're acting as if the amount of goals that Nunes got is like 15 or 20 more than Jackson. Jackson still put up a very, very good amount of goals for his first season, bro. I think you keep missing that. In his first season.
And the whole point on the big chances missed thing was hilarious. Jackson only missed 3 less than Nunes, and Nunes is widely criticised as the worst.
He still missed less.
But hold on. Nunes is widely criticised as the worst finisher in the Premier League.
There we go.
Jackson missed just 3 less.
There we go. Bro, Jackson is bad. Right. Bro, Jackson is a poor finisher, and Nunes somehow is worse than him.
Listen, I've got to say, I actually have enjoyed this. I mean, it's been quite nice to sit and listen.
Before we go,
I'm telling you, Tom,
we have got to go, man. We have got to go. But go on.
We've had our bit. I just want to ask Dan and Staffy, in your opinions, whose squad is better?
Well, you know, my opinion.
If you asked me that an hour ago,
mine is Liverpool. But
what's his take?
Just say one. We're not allowed to go back on it, but Staffy, just say one team.
Liverpool, bro. That's what I'm saying. You could have just asked me an hour ago. We would have saved it. Don't get me wrong. I think Chelsea have a lot of talent. So before Don thinks I'm dissing them, but it's just, you got to give us some time before you say they're a better squad than Liverpool, just because they still have a lot more world-class players than you do. I really couldn't tell you if you have any world-class players now. You have world-class talent, but I don't think you have world-class players now. You could have some world-class players in a couple years, but you're definitely not a better team than them right now.
Yeah, but
if Chelsea Liverpool play tomorrow head-to-head in any competition, I'll more likely put my money on Liverpool than Chelsea.
Yeah, I would agree.
That's you know that's crazy for you to say, Staffy, because Tom will tell you the past few seasons, every single time we play these, man, we draw. Right? It's only last year where Poch finally he did what he did when we went to fucking Anfield. Usually when we play Liverpool, we draw against them, and usually we play better than them, bro. But we just shit in front of goal. You know what I'm saying? So these Liverpool fans that think they're so far from Chelsea, you're going to learn, bro. You're going to learn, bro.
I mean, this is about the squads now. So last season is actually very fucking relevant considering it's the most recent season.
Staffy said, I'm replying to what Staffy said. Staffy just said, if Liverpool come up against Chelsea, he's got his money on Liverpool beating Chelsea. But what I'm trying to tell him is history will tell him in the past few seasons, every time we play you, we always draw against you, bro. That's my point.
When was the last time Chelsea?
You can't be that better than us.
When was the last time Chelsea beat Liverpool?
It was COVID season. At Anfield.
Oh my! When we were playing Fabinho and Nat Phillips as a centre-back partnership, great.
But you asked me a question. You asked me a question and I answered it, bro.
So ever since then, it's been draws and Liverpool wins.
It's been draws where we should have beaten you, but we were shit in front of goal.
So it doesn't detract from the fact that it was draws and wins.
No, but the point is we were playing better than you when we drew those games. You didn't play better than us.
I genuinely couldn't care if you played 10 times better than us. That didn't get you 3 points.
Yeah, but the point is, you think your team is so far off of my team. So then why have you not battered us over the years, though? Why have you not battered us if you're so much better than us? When you were competing for the league, when you were competing for the league with Man City, you still couldn't beat us.
You man haven't finished above us. When was the last time you actually finished above us?
We're talking about a head-to-head, bro. We're talking about a head-to-head right now. Not about league position.
When was the last time Chelsea actually finished above us?
You see Tom, yeah? Tom loves to move the goalposts. That's one thing about you, But let's wrap up, man. Let's
wrap up. It's been a good show. I've enjoyed it. Tom has not enjoyed it. I'm looking at him. His head's going to explode. He is done out here. He is done out here completely. Don, you finished him off, man. He's not insane anymore.
You can't move the goalposts with me, bro. I'm telling you.
He's insane now. He's not sane anymore.
The amount of times you moved the fucking goalpost and made different things relevant at different times.
There it is.
Listen, I want to big up Staffy as well for sitting there and chilling throughout the whole of that, man. So big up to you, my bro. Staffy TV people, make sure you head out over to Staffy and show him some love. Make sure
Check
you
out the
follow-
vlogs that I dropped, guys. I dropped a couple vlogs over the weekend. You know,
Yeah, man,
LA
100%.
one, Philly one. So make sure you check them out.
Yeah,
Like them if you
absolutely.
want. Why not?
Big up, man. Make sure you go show some love. Make sure you show Tom some love as well. He sat through that. He's done his best to get through it. Bless him. Make sure you go follow him and show him some love on socials. And of course, follow my boy Don on Greasy Don and Don CFC on YouTube.
Let me just say something. Yeah.
Go on,
Let me just
brother.
say
Go on,
something.
brother. Go on, brother.
Today, the 1st of August, this has been documented. Every single person in the chat, I'm gonna remember you all of you lot that have been trying to call me deluded and that. You lot did the exact same thing last summer when I was talking about Cole Palmer and whatnot. Yeah. This season, Tom. Anyhow, bro. Anyhow, we finish above you, bro. I swear to God, you're gonna go missing. You better pray. I'm gonna come to Liverpool if anything. If we finish above.
I am so
gonna
scared
thank
that the team that just got their arse handed to them 4-1 by Celtic are going to finish above us.
No, actually, we won 3-0 last night. Actually, 1-3-0. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even get around to that. We didn't even get around to that. You know what I mean?
We didn't even get time for that, to be fair.
Make sure we don't finish above you, bro. I'm telling you. Make sure, bro. Make sure.
So will you be here and ready and willing to bring all these receipts up when we finish above you? And everything that you said was actual shit, because once again, the natural quality comes through and we have a better manager and everything. Good.
I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back to court.
Let me quickly go through the super chats as we close, man. This one is from Sub. Says, I think Kai's 65 million will hinder the chance of getting a striker, man. I really hope that we do get a centre forward, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen. And we got a fan in the chat. We got Donna back. Says, Mr. Tom, you went to the gym first time at the Euros. Okay. This one comes in saying, Mr. Tom Little, I'm your very big fan. Happy to meet you. And this one says, Wagwan, Mr. Potts, Wagwan, Mr. Don, Wagwan, Mr. Staffy, and of course, love to Tom as well. Big up to Donna. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you all so much as well for watching. Make sure you check out Manscaped. Click on the link. It will give you 20% off of the Beard Hedger. Make sure you're going and following Tom, Don, and Staffy. We'll see you next time. Take it easy. We're out of here, people. Peace.